Topa, 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 porradão. Topa, 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 porradão.
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Hello, konnichiwa.
Hey, lucky douches.
Oh, Sean missed his flight because.
Hey, man, we tried to get you on the plane, but
I drove all the way to goddamn JFK. They fucking opened up my bags. They gave me some dirty looks, and they said, you ain't going.
You gotta take the adult toys out. Get them while you're there.
Hey, they go with me. They go with me. I'll tell you that.
They go in you too.
That's how I probably should have traveled.
All right. No curse words until the 10-minute mark, guys. Let's not forget this time. But hey, yeah, we can say sex toys, can't we? Too late. Anyway, we are coming to you live from Japan. We here on the PlayStation Ain't Dead podcast are nothing if not trendy, on the forefront of the latest and greatest, on the cutting edge, and such as the current meta dictates. We are coming in from Japan. That's right, the center of the video game universe, the land of the rising sun. It's a little after 11 a.m. here in Tokyo, and it's a lovely 66 degrees, 19 degrees for you guys in PAL land, and it's a slight rain. So yeah. Sorry you couldn't make it, Sean.
So mad.
It's a shame. I mean, did they do a cavity check on you?
Yeah. I'm still walking like I was sitting on a bar stool all night. I'm gonna tell you that.
Man, we are off the rails right away. So. I would like to introduce our guest tonight on the program. We got a very special guest. He's a pioneer in shit posting. He's a speculation dynamo, and just like myself, he's starting to dip his toes into the waters of Japanese video game collecting. And what a happy accident that we also ran into him here in Japan, in Tokyo, where I really, really am right now. So if you guys could welcome to the program, SLRBK Games. Hey, hello.
Hey.
Welcome.
Hasitashi to all. Hasitashi to all.
We're gonna get flagged for cultural appropriation. Do they flag you for that sort of thing on Facebook? Oh man, that's a new. That's a new. So,
did you see Terry's comment just off the bat?
He called us schmucks. No.
That's probably true. That's probably true.
Yes. So, SLR, we spoke before the show. You said it's cool if I call you Eli.
Yes.
All right. So, Eli, it's a little easier to say than SLRBK. I remember SLR is easy to remember because it's one of the guns in PUBG, and then you got BK, which is Burger King. And then games. But I'm just gonna call you Eli.
That's fine.
Eli, tell the people what you're about. What do you collect and what are you after? What's your goals? Tell us.
It's interesting. The one word that came out for me to say goals. Somebody asked me that one time before too, and I'll start at the beginning. 3-4 years ago, I guess I got back into game collecting. My final straw with playing video games was around PS3 era when GTA 5 came out. I just kind of called it quits and stopped playing games when that game came out. So I took a hiatus, and around the period of maybe 2020, for some reason I got into watching speed runs actually. GDQ, I think, Games Done Quick. Mm-hmm. I kind of got addicted to watching people do speed runs and completing games in 2 hours, 3 hour times. And I think that was my baby introduction into developing curiosity of different kind of games. And through that, I started to just study. I just started for some reason. I didn't just jump into it and just buy random games, to be honest, in my beginning of learning about this for these 3, 4 years. I just studied. I studied. I would just watch hours and hours of information. And then piece by piece, I would step into the world, like let's say flea markets or on OfferUp or eBay. I would piece by piece start buying games, and I don't consider this. I collect this on the behalf of data and art. I would say for my behalf.
Data and art. Yeah. YouTube was big in getting me back into collecting. I know. I think. Yeah, it was Metal Jesus. I started watching him, and then I just ooh, and I sat down one day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting this shit. And you just starts. You go after the stuff you had when you were a kid. You know. Oh, I want to play this game again.
Yep.
I want to go for that game again.
Typically, how it starts. Yeah.
And then it snowballs into what you see behind Sean.
Well, what I would like to say about that behalf about going after childhood things, a good amount of the games I would like to buy now became expensive for my childhood. So
Yeah.
I still don't have those actually from out of my collection of hundreds of games at the moment. Demon Crest, the Project Justice, Cannon Spike for the Dreamcast. It was a couple things I wound up having that became expensive, and I still don't have them objects. So what I did, I would say maybe, and that could be a tip to the viewers, is I go after what I would consider great gems, but they're just under $10 for some odd reason. And maybe later in the episode when we present some objects, I'll show examples of that. But I just go after things that people undermined, I would consider, but they're great pieces of art, to my opinion.
Yeah, but we've had tons of conversations previous to this, and I know you like to go for modern representations of what are high dollar games from the past. And what the hell is that? What's a console? You got it, Sean. The one the Evercade. The Evercade.
Yeah.
I'll pull up some pieces, but as soon as you said that, I'll show this every time to anybody.
Yeah.
Yo, the last of the Mohicans, Tango Project, y'all. They rebirthed a bunch of projects. They got another one coming soon, and all of them are gonna be expensive later. They're undermined. There's another one I like too. I would say real quick. Hercule, I think.
Oh yeah, I got that one. I thought
that was a cool shmup too.
So
But,
were those done through limited companies or are they retail releases?
No, actually,
Okay.
yeah, retail. Those are actually retail. But if you're not like a old school head, not even consider old school head, but a person who digs into early companies, you wouldn't know about some of them games to say.
Right.
So
yeah, I mean, the original Pocky Rocky is a fortune right now if you wanted it, and the fact that they remastered it, put it on the Switch, it's great. But you know what? 20 years down the line, people are going to be seeking that version because the game has already stood the test of time. You know.
Yeah.
It's already stood 30 years and people still want to play it. I bet you in another 20, 30 years, people are still going to want to play it. And it's easier to find it on the Switch or the PS4. And that'll probably bring the price of that game up. Because there wasn't very many printed out.
What was the OG console for Pocky and Rocky?
Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo? Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, no, I'm right here. I just when you mentioned the Evercade. When you mentioned the Evercade, I just wanted to grab 2 pieces at least.
Oh man, I want to get into the Evercade, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to open up a can of worms. You keep pushing me, telling me get it, but
dude, it's priced so comfortably that it doesn't even hurt. I mean, I have a full collection of them. They come out with 2 games every 3 months, and they're $20 a piece.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially like if you're on a budget too, needs to collect on a budget, like that's a great deal. Like,
every cartridge has 4 or 5 games on it.
Right.
You know, at least.
But that controller though.
You could hook 8-bit dudes up to it, dude. It has USB jacks on the front.
So is it just the hand? Is that Evercade just a handheld, or do they have like a
No,
a
there's
thing for a home system too?
They have a home system and a handheld.
Okay.
They have 2 versions of the handheld, the original version and then the new revised one that has tape mode also. So you can turn it on side.
Oh, nice.
And that comes pre-packaged with 6 Capcom games, arcade ports, like Street Fighter's on there and whatnot. And then you got the home console that actually holds 2 cartridges at one time. And if you find what's neat about it, if you find the right combination of cartridges to put in there, it'll unlock secret games that aren't even on.
Cool.
you
You have to figure out
You can only do that on the home console though.
on the home console, but on the handheld and the home console, they also give you one free game a month also that downloads, and you can play for a month, and then it's the game of the month, and then so everybody can play it, and then the game goes away, and then they put another one on. And later on in the year, they'll do a cartridge called like Indie Heroes, and it'll have all those games on that cartridge.
Sounds kind of like the Sega channel. Remember that?
Yeah, very similar to that.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
You're making a strong argument to purchase this thing. What's the price
What's
point
the
on
catch?
The price,
$20.
No,
cartridges are about $20. The console, I can't remember what the console is. I mean, it's not more than $150. It's probably like $100, something like that.
I think it just went on sale maybe on Amazon maybe for $125.
Yeah.
So that's Eli. That's where you're getting all these games from, is Amazon for the Evercade.
Yeah, definitely.
They're not popping up in local shops or anything.
Best Buy was the only other, I think, provider, and they look like they're starting to call it quits, maybe to say. So they had 3 games possibly left, but I think the last object that they're selling is the little handhelds, and then I think they're calling it quits because they didn't bring no new ones to Best Buy.
Yeah, I mean, when they were first starting to sell the cartridges, Amazon and all that, I could see a lot of people that were getting their orders from Amazon late. So I've never ordered the Evercade stuff from Amazon. I ordered straight from Funbox in England. It's made by Blaze Entertainment, which is an English company. So I get everything from Funbox directly to me. And actually, a couple of them are they're starting to get pretty pricey. A couple of the cartridges
already.
Yes.
Damn it. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if Santa has an Evercade. There's an Evercade under the tree for Wilford, or if he has what is it? The the PlayStation Portal, not the PSP.
The PSP.
Not
PSP.
The PlayStation Portal, not to be confused with the PSP.
The PSP, maybe.
Nah, shit. I don't want that. We'll probably just get another expensive.
Japanese
anime game.
I think they're supposed to charge my card next week for that.
PSP.
Yeah.
So Eli, when you got back into collecting, what was kind of like your first purchase? I would say that you can remember.
Okay, the first cool purchase, which the flea market is shutting down. It actually already shut down. There was a flea market in the Aqueduct in the back of East New York in Brooklyn, and I was basically on the imagination of just searching and maybe finding treasure one day or whatever. So it was a rumor one of the sellers might have had like a good amount of games for sale. So I'm telling y'all a story now. but this was my first finding of cool shit too. So the vendor, when you would go to his booth, he didn't really have games there. But he had a lot of CDs, a lot of stuff. So what I did was I took maybe like $200-300, maybe more, and I would just show it to him that like if you possibly do got some good games or some stuff, please anytime let me know. So it might have took like a month or 2, but eventually he told me a certain week, hey, come check me on this Saturday or Sunday, and I'll show you what I got. And it was a treasure trove of a lot of good shit. The FMVs I was talking to you about, Will, that's how I found out about those. The 3 or 4 sealed dragon layers he sold me them like DVDs for $1 each. I wound up getting some Virtual Boy cartridges for $3 each. A Virtual Boy joystick, maybe $2-3. It was just like a ton of fucking game. Not to curse you. It was a ton of games.
We're past the 10-minute mark. We're good to go.
Yeah, it was a ton of games that that was kind of exciting to experience in that setting. And in truth, he had like Super Nintendos and Sega Genesis and whatnot. I didn't take none of the consoles. I just took the peripherals and the games, and I just kept it moving.
That's smart. You can get the consoles anywhere.
For real.
Yeah.
Yep. That's awesome, dude.
Yes, that was my first one.
Virtual Boy. That's you remember what titles you got for that? You still have those?
Nestor's Funky Bowling, Wario, and I think the Bomberman.
Nice.
$3
each. Nice. Dude, I have a full Virtual Boy set, and there's nothing cheap on that console anymore.
Small set, but it ain't cheap.
Well, golf, and virtual baseball, maybe. That's what it is.
Actually, one of the other games I got from him was a Mole Mania for the Game Boy, which I think is a cool puzzle game.
Oh yeah.
And I just ordered a Japanese version of it for the Game Boy. I think it was like $3 or $4. I was like, definitely, because it's not too cheap.
You mean you went outside your B&B and bought it across the street? Yes. Your home turf. You're from Brooklyn, right, Eli?
Yes.
Where are you mostly getting games from? Are you hitting up? Is it OfferUp? Is it Craigslist? Is it Marketplace? Is it Amazon? eBay?
At first my hopes was that I could have, which I never developed to get the opportunity, was garage sales I was hoping to see out here, which in the city we don't have. So at first it was flea markets actually. That's another maybe second, third finding. A Sega Saturn, a Dreamcast, $25 on 14th Street. Is the church on Saturdays and Sundays that do a little flea market. And,
around what year did you start collecting it? Around then?
I think this finding was around 2021 maybe.
Yeah, but Brooklyn was already hipsterville apart. Every Nintendo game was gone.
When I spoke to you about that one, so for the 4 years, one time I got some cartridges. One time of the 4 years, but all CDs, predominantly CDs to keep it a buck. And that one time at the flea market at 14th Street, the Sega Saturn had an expensive Mortal Kombat trilogy, I think, which is like 100 and change in it. And the Dreamcast had a copy of Sonic Adventure 2, and I only paid $25 for both systems.
That's great.
CDs.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh, yeah. You can still find.
But like just to go for a little deeper, so yes, Amazon, eBay, OfferUp are my three predominant sources, I would say, for the past 2 years. 100%, yeah, of majority, yes.
Dude, you showed me a couple killer PS1 deals, not just that Japanese one. What was the one you picked up Parappa? There's one I can remember off the top of my head.
Okay, so yeah, maybe that one was OfferUp. So I'm not on the app like every day, every hour, but no, that's a lie. I'll check it maybe once or twice to say a day, and if something luckily will pop up, I'll reach out to the individual. But honestly, this is like a once a year, if lucky, finding. It's not like every month.
Yeah.
They're few and far between.
So the Parappa or whatever that finding was, that was maybe a pile for like $100 or something, man.
But you said flea markets. I mean, you're obviously in the city a lot closer than I am. So but it's also a different world. Do you know if they still have because it's more Jersey? Do they still have the huge weekend flea markets at like Giant Stadium parking lot?
Yeah, the Aqueduct. Yeah,
they still have that. Have you ever hit that up? Is it any good? Or?
Okay. So in the beginning, my background is a little bit dealing with flea markets, family-wise. So in the beginning, when I started officially hunting, it was flea markets. 5 in the morning. No light out.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
tips to the viewers. When it comes to flea markets, you go there early in the morning. And anybody else, you're like a joker. But that's how you get the best of the deals. It's like when they first come there, and you're basically serious by being there when they first come there. So
there's dew all over everything.
Other people have spoken about this on YouTube, and I would say it's true. Is that really it's the relationships, and the more you develop those relationships at those flea markets, is how you get your first dibs to whatever they come across.
Right.
That's very true. Very true. Yep. I think that's with anything in life, you build relationships with people. You can get a lot of stuff from not just stuff, but you can build those connections to get. You tell people that, hey, I collect video games. At your job, they might say, hey, I got this old stack that mom, found in my old video game she found in the attic, and I don't want it, but do you want it? You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So,
yeah.
Only once in my life have I ever had a coworker say, "Hey, man, I got these old video games. You want them?" Just once, and then they gave me a pile of GameCube. I'm like, yeah, thanks.
Hey.
Yes.
Zelda. I don't need the Zelda.
I was like, thanks. No, I'll take it. I'll take a free video game, but I'm not gonna. I don't know. I hear a lot of people, they build relationships with their with the guy at the GameStop. You know what I mean? And the guy at the GameStop gives them this display piece, or we're gonna throw this out.
That's what I got right here. I got that today. I got a couple pieces.
No. You got it at home, James. You don't.
That's what I got in my suitcase. I brought it with me because I wanted to show it. On the thing, but I'll show it on a different video.
Most people, they get the hookup, and that's how a lot of people get kiosks and shit. I'm a kiosk collector, but I don't know. I walk into these GameStops, and they don't like me, dude. I try to make a hookup, but I guess I don't know. I guess I give off a toxic aura. I don't know what it is. I walk into the joint, and I just automatically, I know more than you, motherfucker, and it just comes off, and nobody wants to talk to me.
I'm gonna make a suggestion. Please go ahead. I'm sorry.
I know. I intimidate the local GameStop employees, like when I go in there. I tell them everything, and then I say, I used to work in a record store for like 15 years. I know you got a lot of POP in the back. What do you got that you're about to throw out? And they're like, oh yeah, we do. Here you go. And they just start giving me shit.
What's POP?
The signage and stuff. That's what it's called. That's the industry term.
Yeah. What is it?
It's products, point of products, point of
purchase,
point of product, point of purchase. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Like, it's the posters that they give you to put up and all that stuff.
And it's not to be confused with OPP either. So.
You know me.
Exactly.
All the ladies.
Don't do that, please.
Hip hop today.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's hilarious.
Shit. Taking me back. I'm gonna bust out some cardboard and start show you guys what's what.
Put a padlock.
I was gonna say I wanted to say for a second my honest truth with GameStop. Okay. I wouldn't really talk to them at all. Most of them, no disrespect to them, they are whoever they are. I would just take them for granted. And that's what I did. So whenever it came for a box I wanted, like let's say it was some, like in modern day, they might have for display only or whatever. And like how you're saying, you could nicely ask them, oh, well, it has to sit here for 5 months. Oh, okay. There's a bunch of people there. Oh, they're not paying attention. Thank you. And I haven't did it for a while, to be honest, but I got a couple. No problem.
Hey, we gotta say
live from Japan.
Allegedly.
Just as long as you don't do it in Florida, because we heard about that story last week.